What's up, guys? Well, today I thought I'd go ahead and introduce you this beast in my vacuum collection. Right here, I present to you this Royal Everlast 8100 that I just bought on eBay recently. I'm getting a lot of my vacuums from either eBay, Craigslist, LetGo, any other places like that. But anyway, I wanted this vacuum for one particular reason. As many of you know, I have an old Royal Model 880, and I love the vacuum, but lately I've come to the conclusion that it's not very powerful. I'm not too sure if it's that tiny little 3 amp motor or the single row brush roll that's in it, but it's just not the most powerful machine to use. It's easier to grab and go for if you want that kind of a cleaner, but power wise it doesn't have it. This, however, does. I wanted this because I wanted a more powerful Royal upright. So anyway, let's go and give it a walkthrough right here. As you can see right here, this one is one of the more base models of the Everlast series. As you can see, it doesn't have the adjusto right or a headlight up top there. I originally wanted to get that model, but for now, this is all I got. And the main reason what turned me onto this is because it has the blue outer bag, almost like basically like this is a newer version of an 880 without an adjusto right or headlight. And other blue accents on these. As you remember, the 880s and other Royals with the blue colors came back then, had a blue bumper guard, blue cord, blue handle grip. But I do like it that this has a blue tag on front, just like and to match the color of the outer bag. You see right here, it says Royal Everlast, built for life. The reason why they say that is because this is an all-metal vacuum. It's got metal floor nozzle, metal motor casing, metal handle, metal fan chamber, metal fan impeller. There's just so much metallurgy in the making of these vacuums, and this is the same design that they've used since the early 1900s. So right here, you can pull that off to gain access to your belt. And what surprised me is this is a genuine Royal belt. I honestly thought this was a Kirby belt at first because of the material that the belt was made out of. But I guess Royal must have amped up their game by getting stiffer and better quality belts. You see, let's go and look on the side here. Right here, I learned that the wheels are actually cross-drilled for rigidity, and the wheel itself is actually made out of the same material that football helmets are made out of, so they don't scratch as often as the older ones do. You see, the back wheels are the same deal, cross-drilled, and I like how the back wheels are basically the same as the front wheels. They're just as wide, but however, some argue that the skinny roller skate style wheels, like the ones I have on my 880, are more maneuverable than these wheels. But I'm gonna have to use this for a little bit longer to find that out. So now let's go ahead and tip the machine on its side, show you the brush roll. This is its original dual row brush roll. These are soft bristles. I don't think this is the style brush roll that has the brush stiffeners. But this is a wooden roller brush. Some think because it's silver, it makes it a metal brush roll, but it's not. I feel like it's a wooden brush roll. But that's not a huge deal. The brush roll works fantastic. It agitates the carpet surprisingly very well for being that it has soft bristles. Fairly impressive agitation for a soft bristle brush roll. And now let's go ahead and show you the model number right here. What actually surprised me is that this was made in China. I don't know why that is. Maybe this was made in the post-TTI buyout of Royal, as you know, the company TTI, that Chinese manufacturer, owns a lot of other companies, vacuum companies like Hoover, Eureka, Oric, a bunch of other companies which I can't name them offhand, and also Royal. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you there's the effective warranty date. It was a 3-year warranty, which means this is effective warranty, I believe that's September of 2005. It says made by Royal Appliance Manufacturing Company from Glenwillow, Ohio. This vacuum does have a 7-amp motor, being that this is the more base model. The higher end models came with a 9-amp and some with a 10-amp, which some say the 7-amp motors sound a lot better because the 9 and 10 amps are just stupidly loud. But I haven't used a 9 or a 10 amp, so I really can't compare there. If anyone knows how to serial date these Royals, please let me know. I think this one was made in the early to mid 2000s. And you can see this bottom plate does come off. Just pull that right there to release to gain access to your belt and your brush roll. Now to put it back on is kind of a trick you have to do. You gotta line up the bottom plate with the notches on the top of the head there. And then just make sure this back part latches in place. And then you're good to go. Alright. This does have a 3-position handle. So basically this is how it sits in its upright position. And I want you guys to tell me if this is normal or not, but it seems that the vacuum has kind of a lean towards the back, and the back just sits kind of a little bit more back, sits a little bit more backwards than the handle position on my Royal 880. So if this is normal or not, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, that's how it sits in this upright position. Just press this little notch right here, and it will recline the vacuum back until it only goes up to right there, and then you press it again and it'll lie totally flat. Now you don't want to do it all the way because it will lock in the flat position. And sometimes it's hard to do one-handed. So. And something tells me I might have gotten stuck in. Oh wait. I see the reason. The cord got caught on the carpet height adjustment. That's why it got stuck. And speaking of carpet height adjustment, this is how the newer style Royals adjust their carpet piles. Basically, just hit this back pedal and slowly adjust it to the carpet pile until you hear the brush roll make contact with the carpet. This is, I believe, a 4-position carpet height adjustment. Just hit that top pedal and it just goes back to your top setting. And only the back wheels will adjust. I do like how some of these older vacuums, they did their carpet height adjustments through the back wheels instead of the front wheels like a Kirby. Anyway, right up top here is your old school toggle switch for on-off. And here's your cord hook right here. And it does release. I do like that compared to my 880 because the old ones just would have a fixed cord like down there. And so you'd have to unravel the cord all by hand. The cord is nice and long. I dropped my camera. Unfortunately, the cord is a little bit worse for wear. As you can see, it's got electrical tape on certain parts of the cord, right up back here, but it still works. I might need to get a replacement for. What really surprised me about the cord is this is actually a 3-prong plug. I thought it would have been just a traditional 2-prong, but apparently some of these later ones came with 3 prongs, but that's not a huge deal. Maybe it's because of all the metal on this vacuum, they don't want you to electrocute yourself, so you put that little ground up there in the center to prevent that. Oh, and before we go and run this thing, let me go ahead and show you the bag system before I forget. This does take Royal Type B bags, which are the same thing, I think, as a Hoover Type A bag, because the collars look exactly the same size, but the bag is pretty hard to fit on this fill tube. I don't know if this fill tube is warped or not, but it was hard to get that bag in place. I do plan on getting some HEPA cloth bags for this because I am not a fan of of paper bags, excuse me. But this works surprisingly pretty well for a paper bag. It has that little rubber seal around the fill neck, so that's why I like it pretty good. And some say the genuine Royal bags actually filter out pretty good for being just a simple paper bag. So anyway, let's go ahead and press that right there to release the handle. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn the vacuum on and demo it running. Now, this is extremely loud because the design dates back to the early 1900s, and with this newer motor technology, they are not quiet by any means like the 3 amps, so that's the unfortunate part. So now let's go ahead and switch this beast on and get started. Adjust the carpet pile. vacuum is quite a beast. Like I said, the only thing that would make me like this vacuum even more is if it came with a headlight and the adjusto right, because this vacuum's so loud that you can barely hear the brush roll make contact with the carpet. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video of the Royal Everlast Model 8100. Be sure to stay tuned. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.